This is the Perodua Myvi, and it's a little bit like this flip-flop over here. It's not very comfortable to wear or to drive or to use, but it is very durable, and you would think that this is very easy to break, but it just doesn't. So it does that. And in Asia, this is like the prime weapon of choice for Asian parents. And that in Malaysia is the prime car of choice for Malaysian parents. Yeah. In this video, we're going to talk about the exterior of the car, the design, the interior, take it out for a spin, let you know my thoughts on it. I am Gerard Chin and you're watching Carwow.
Buying a new car? Then head to Carwow and my team will help you find your next car at a fair price. Carwow, your one-stop car buying comparison site.
Let's start this video by talking about the price of this car here. So this car starts at 41,000 ringgit and it can go all the way up to 52,000 ringgit. You can save up to an average of 600 ringgit on Carwow. So if you're looking to get a new car, you can download our Carwow app on your phone and get the best prices through our trusted dealers. Alternatively, if you intend to get a car later, you can Google "Help Me Carwow" and my team will help you sort it out. I think the reason why people buy this car is because it ticks all the right boxes. You know, fuel economy, durability, reliability, and practicality, the interior space and all that, it's great. It's been the car of choice for Malaysia for the longest of time. And right now in this new generation, it's so much sleeker. It looks so much better. I'm just wondering whether it hampered the practicality of this car. Launched back in 2017, I think this car still looks gorgeous in 2021, pitting it against local and foreign rivals alike. It looks less like an old-school economy box like the Honda Jazz or Fit, depending on where you live, and more like a modern approach of hot hatches like a Toyota Yaris or Renault Megane. This new car here is wider by 70mm, shorter by 30mm, and longer by 130mm, which gives it a more aerodynamic, sleeker profile, and I simply love it. At the front of the car, everything is pretty much standard. I like the look of the grille right here, except I don't right here. It just doesn't connect, and there's no continuity there. And down here, you get thick vents, of course. You don't even need the cowl stick of truth. It just doesn't go in. It's obvious. But there is a highlight here, and that is the LED headlamps. It's standard across the board. Well done, Perodua. At the side, at first glance, everything might look very normal to you, but since this is a Myvi, I have to say that because of the change of dimensions, it looks so much better, sleeker. Some might say it doesn't even look local. At the back, everything is pretty much like that. Nothing very special, but I have heard comments that at night, this tail lamp cluster here looks kind of like a certain Continental car. Anyway, I would poke this with a stick, I mean the exhaust, but then it doesn't even show down here. I don't see the point. If you want me to poke this obvious fake air vents here, I can, but again, I don't see the point. This car was designed 99% locally, at least it was claimed that way. It was designed by fresh graduates to bring a fresher perspective into the Perodua design language, and I think they did a very good job, don't you think? Here on the inside, everything is new as well. Let's start by talking about the dash. The dash, when it first came out back in 2017, it looks okay, but now it does look a little bit dated. The dash, because this is a budget car, everything is hard plastic, but you do get a little bit of fabric here, and the seats, they are all fabric, quite firm. They are not very comfortable, but they do hug you just a little bit, just enough. Again, this is not Perodua's strong suit, so don't blame them for that. Here, the steering can be adjusted, but only, let me find it, up. There you go. There is no telescopic steering, so for people taller than I am, they are gonna find it difficult to get into a more comfortable position. When it comes to headroom, there's plenty. I'm 172 centimeters tall, and plenty of space. Anyway, the seat adjustment, they are quite standard, but then you do get to jack it up if you need to, and lower if you need to. Alright, now let's get into the instrument cluster. The information cluster is very basic. You get all the basic information from the information cluster, and that's it. It looks very dated. The fonts and everything just doesn't look that good. Now, to the infotainment system, this is the analog system, though you can get a digital infotainment system if you go for a higher variant, but that feels super aftermarket, super third party. It does not work well. It is very difficult to use. I wouldn't use it. That's all I'm trying to say. Down here on the AC controls, everything is laid out very, very clearly. You can very quickly learn how to use it. The storage for the front seats are, at first glance, looks like a lot because you get a lot of holes here. But as you start using this car, you're gonna find that all of them are practically useless. See, this part right here, it's so shallow and so small that you can't actually fit any bottles in there, though you do have a little more space here to place some other stuff. Here, well, it's so shallow that anything you put there, like for example this card here, as long as you accelerate, that's gonna fall out. Now here, you do get a cutout for maybe your wallet if your wallet is small. Down here is too shallow to put anything is just gonna fall apart. And then here you get cup holders, or used to get cup holders, but then since the owner of this car has already upgraded to an armrest, you lose your cup holders. So at the last you get this. But you do get an old school USB-A port here and an old school 12-watt socket here. Yeah, that's the front, and the storage of the front glove compartment at least is half decent, so that's all right. The rear seats are surprisingly spacious. I have this front seat here adjusted to my seating position. I'm 172 centimeters tall, and this kind of knee room is unheard of. And there is this slight raised platform here, and it feels like a footrest. It's very comfortable, and even though there's not a lot of thigh support here, because of that footrest, you are actually seated quite comfortable here. And headroom wise, you got just enough headroom. If you're someone that is 6 foot tall, maybe you're gonna struggle a little bit here. There is a little bit of hump in the middle here, but it's not too bad. The footwell is spacious enough. You can seat 3 of me here, not so comfortably, but you can do for short distances. And at the back here, the storage spaces you have is this at least a little bit bigger than the front cup holder, and then you do get an anti-snatch hook here. That's going to be very handy, and also a couple of direct hooks, which is for you to, of course, carry your Tarik. Though I must mention that these are aftermarket, so ignore that. But there is one highlight feature in this car, and that is, let me get this right. Oh, yeah. This is plush. This is comfortable. I'm gonna nap now. Bye-bye. The boot capacity of the Perodua Myvi is 277 litres, up from the previous generation's 208 litres. It is bigger than the Proton Aris, but a little smaller than the Toyota Yaris, which has a 286 litre boot, and the Honda Jazz, which has a 204 litre boot. Though, this does have something better, and that is a full-size spare wheel. I'd take this any day. Anyway, since we're back here, I should mention that there is no tethering sports or just anything. There's just one lamp over there. And there is also, for this load cover, no place to store it. So if you ever find yourself needing to get rid of this, you will need to chuck it away. Whee! There, I've chucked it away. The magic of video editing. Anyway, if you want to carry longer items with passengers at the back, you can do, because this has a 40-60 splitting rear seat. So all you need to do is pull on this, and it does have a seat belt hook so that the seat belt doesn't get trapped. So you just fold it down there, and here there's Velcro strap floor so that you can get it to a kind of straight floor. Now you can carry longer items. Just chuck this back in, and I've done that now. So now that brings me to 5 annoying things about the Perodua Myvi. The rear windows don't go all the way down. There is no footrest, so when you're driving long journey, it's really going to be a pain. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? What the heck is this? I'm not very sure about the choice of texture material over here because it's very much a fingerprint magnet, and they don't provide you with a fancy piece of cloth to clean it. When you unlock the car with the key fob, click it once, this door opens, which is the driver's seat. Normal, but this and the other two doesn't. You have to click it. Ow, ow, something went into my eye. Ow, ow, ow. And this door opens. Well, this is a safety feature designed by Perodua so that if you're ever followed by someone, you can get into your car safely and the other person can't get in through the other 3 doors. Don't think about it, that if that someone get in through here. Just don't. But now that you think about it, this can also be an annoying feature since this car is designed to fetch other people as well. It's not all bad though. Here's 5 cool features about the Perodua Myvi. LED headlamps starting at 41,000 ringgit across the board. Shark fin antenna across the board. Push start system is standard across the board. Doesn't matter what variant you have, you do get this. It's blocked by the armrest, but you do get this too. There's your phone. It's pretty handy. A chauffeur mode. Drive, you peasant! The Perodua Myvi comes with a 1.3 litre 4-cylinder engine that puts out 93 horsepower and 121 Newton meters of torque, which is what this car has, baby. Or you can get a bigger engine, which is a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder engine that puts out 103 horsepower and 137 Newton meters of torque, mated to a 4-speed automatic torque converter transmission, but not this one. This one is special. You see, this is a manual transmission. This has 5 speed, and it has 3 pedals. You lovely thing. All right, driving the Perodua Myvi. The first impression I have is throttle is not very responsive. The gearbox is, how do I put it? It's very mushy. It's very not tactile, if there's such a word. It feels very uncertain. And the steering wheel is very light. Very, very light. So light that you can do it with one finger. Which is great for people driving in the city. There is a little bit of rev hanging here. Just listen to this. Yeah, there's a little bit of rev hanging. It's not very fun to drive. Alright, even though I might sound like I'm complaining a lot about this car is still perfect for people who are considering getting this car or actually buying this car. So, the throttle response, the mushy gearbox, the rev hanging issue, the very light steering, the very vague steering that you don't feel anything, it's all irrelevant for the people who buy this car, or most of the people who buy this car. They just simply don't care about those things. They just want a car, which is no fuss, just get them from point A to point B, which this car does very, very well. But for someone like me who actually enjoys driving, I would take the Proton, notably the Iris, any day. The steering feels great, it handles so well, and the seats are so supportive, and it hugs you so well. At least for my size, I love it. So what do I think about the Perodua Myvi? Should you avoid it? Should you consider it? Should you shortlist it? Or should you go right ahead and buy it? Well, I reckon you should go right ahead and buy it. There's a reason why this car is the best-selling car in Malaysia. Because at this price, there simply is no better option. Hi carwow, my name is Gerard and I'm from Malaysia. I saw your YouTube post about expanding to Malaysia, and I just want to say I'm super interested. I've been a car guy all my life and I've been the biggest fan of carwow for the longest of times. I love the videos you guys make. I love Matt Watson, the man, and I just hope that this video reach you guys well. And you guys, if you guys like this video, hopefully you guys can reach out to me and maybe give me an opportunity, a chance to maybe have an interview and possibly join the team. And I just want to wish you guys all the best. Yeah, that's it. Cheers guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.